I've been like craving meat. I'm dying for like a hamburger or like a steak. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to New York City. Today we are doing something really fun. Today I'm going to attempt to go vegan for 24 hours. But today we're going to be hitting up a bunch of spots throughout the city, both in Brooklyn and in Manhattan. Try to see what it's like to be a vegan, at least for 24 hours. I want to rewind you guys for a second to footage I filmed today in the morning in anticipation of this challenge. Roll the clip.
So I'm going vegan today, and I'm excited to see how I'm going to be able to get in proper nutrition while being vegan. I've always heard it's a little hard to get protein in for people who are just switching over from that diet. It's only going to be for 24 hours, so I'm not too scared.
And now that we're back, I'm excited to attempt to go vegan for 24 hours. Roll the intro. So I mentioned where I just moved into, which is here in Williamsburg in Brooklyn. Part of Williamsburg is half like really religious Jews, and then the other half is huge amount of hipsters everywhere. So that's the area that we're heading off to, because with hipsters, there's a lot of vegan food and vegetarian people. But basically for me, I've never ever been vegan or vegetarian or ever attempted to do anything like that. So right now it's early in the morning, it's around like 10 a.m. I want to go get some like sort of breakfast and coffee style stuff. So I found a vegan cafe in the hipster part of Williamsburg in Brooklyn. We're gonna head off there. All right guys, I'm balancing my camera on a moving truck right now, so this might be a bad idea, but the first place I've come to is called Abracadabra Cafe here in Brooklyn, and they are actually helping me out making this video. And so we're gonna go in and try some kind of like breakfasty snack type food here for the morning time, just to get us started. I haven't eaten anything yet for today, so I'm low on energy, and I wanna see what we can do here to kind of fuel me for the rest of the day. So let's head on in. So I've opted to go for the vegan breakfast, which is what the owner and the manager recommended. But on the side, I got a coffee. This is technically a vegan coffee because there's no real cow's milk in here. I don't really drink like really dairy milk anyways. This is probably how I would have my coffee anyways. But this has almond milk in it. Oh, that's really good. I'm gonna need this because today we have a long day of walking around all around like New York City, trying to survive off of this for 24 hours. So I'm gonna need that energy boost in the morning. All right, guys, we have our vegan breakfast feast here. So this is the cafe's vegan breakfast, and basically what it is a vegan omelet made with like tofu and quinoa. And we have green hummus on top, some avocados, a bunch of vegetables, all sitting on this deliciously flaky and soft like pita flatbread. So it's super exciting. But I think one of the most fascinating things about going vegan or vegan meals that's always interested me, even though I've never really eaten vegan food, is the substitution for like foods that aren't vegan. So this is an omelet. It's probably gonna taste somewhat similar to an omelet. The texture will probably be similar. And it's just, you have to get creative with how you're making stuff. I guess the only thing that's different is kind of the color. It's like a little bit of a reddish tint. It looks like there's cranberries or beets or something inside of there that gives it that flavor or that look. But I'm gonna try it. All right guys, my first try of vegan food while I'm going vegan for 24 hours. Let's try it. Oh wow. See, this is what I'm talking about, is finding that creative twist. Is I think if you wouldn't have told me otherwise, and if you were just put that in my mouth, I would probably say that's eggs. I would probably say that tastes exactly like eggs. And I'm sure that's what they're going for. Let's do it like this. A little bit of that on top.
It's weird though,
Wow, that green hummus is amazing. Check this out, guys. It kind of looks like the inside of a falafel ball. Wash it down with my delicious coffee. I definitely think that this meal is going to provide me tons and tons of energy for the rest of the day, including that coffee, which is energizing as is. I think it's all going to come together to make a really energizing meal. So I'm going to finish this off. I think that's like an A++++, especially a really awesome way to kick off this vegan food video. Well, good Lord, that was delicious. That was absolutely incredible. I was under the impression for some reason that vegan food would not fill me up, but that was loaded in carbs and veggies that filled me up completely. And so I'm actually extremely full right now. I thought I was just gonna head over to the next restaurant and show you guys what I was gonna eat for lunch, but I don't think I'm gonna have space. So I'm gonna have to kill some time in the city now. As well, if you're watching this and you're wondering, oh man, I wish I could tell him to go to my favorite vegan restaurant. Don't be worried, because this is only one of these types of videos that I'm filming. Just message me and DM me on Instagram. It's the best way to get in touch with me. My Instagram will be on screen right now. It's on screen at the beginning of every video anyways, but if you missed it, it's on screen now. Give me a follow over there and send me DMs for restaurants that you would like to see me go to and try, and I will definitely head over there. Alright guys, so I've made it into noisy, busy, crazy Manhattan, and I want to explain to you guys something without getting too graphic. But basically, pretty much 5 minutes after I ate that meal, I already started feeling it coming out. Now, could it be something because of the coffee? Because I'm not a regular coffee drinker, but the second I got to Manhattan, I had to pretty much rush to the nearest restroom to go relieve myself. Being said, I feel like my body has definitely absorbed as much nutrients as possible from that meal, and I feel super energized. I feel really, really, really good. And I was feeling pretty tired during the day, or when I just woke up in the morning, so I'm excited to see where this goes. Alrighty guys, it is 1 p.m, so just around lunchtime, and I'm hungry again, so it is time for us to get some lunch. So I've scouted out for some cool vegan restaurants, and like you guys know me if you've been watching for a while, I've gotten a love for sushi. I'm going to get some vegan sushi. It's 100% vegan sushi. I think this is a franchise here in New York, so they have a few restaurants. We'll see what it's like. We'll see how it matches up to real sushi. A funny thing for me that has been today is like, I'm trying to remember that I can't just walk in and eat anything, because veganism is all about not using any animal products whatsoever. I'm kind of trying my best to stick to places that have no animal products whatsoever. So this is a 100% vegan place. Alrighty, we got our vegan sushi. Now it's time to taste it. Alright guys, sorry if it's a little windy. It's getting so cold here in New York, especially if you stand in the shadows. We have vegan sushi now. Very excited for this. I didn't do much research on what's actually in here. I'm pretty sure a lot of it is based on quinoa, but I know it's 100% vegan. It really smells like sushi. It smells very fishy, oddly enough. And I can see that there's avocado and cucumber in there. Our handy dandy chopsticks. Try this out. Here we go. That is an interesting color. Oh, that's not quinoa. I think that's like dark green rice. Wow, that's really good. But the top kind of simulates a little bit of like imitation crab almost. As well, they give you this little capsule of, I think, spicy mayo. Well, honestly, there's not much of a difference of eating this or just a veggie roll. So it's pretty great. It was very expensive, I think, for this roll. It was $7. So a little pricey. I will say the only thing that takes me out of the sushi experience here is the kind of purple grain rice thing. It is not sushi rice. They could have just used sushi rice, so I'm a little confused as to why they did that, but it's still delicious. Can't tell you guys how awkward it is to be filming in New York City. It's something I'm gonna have to get used to being here, but I guess at this point in time, it's time to ask you guys kind of our question. So would you guys do this? Would you ever go vegan for 24 hours just to try it out? And if you are vegan, please comment down below how this is like your lifestyle and how it affects you and stuff. But I'm gonna finish this sushi, carry on with my day. All right guys, our third vegan spot. I think I'm here in Midtown in New York, in Manhattan at some place. I want to tell you guys a little story about this. This is like a really highly rated vegan burger place, and I wanted to show you guys like what a vegan burger slash sandwich would look like and taste like. And I went in there with the, you know, intention to like film and stuff, but I asked the owner, or the chef I think, and he was very like unhappy about having a camera around. So I was almost gonna walk out, but they have really, really, really good reviews, and so I was like, to hell with it, I'll do it anyways. It's not a jab at them. They have every right to not be filmed, but it was just, I was a little bit turned off by it. Anyways, we got a sandwich. Ooh, look at that. Looks like a burger right there. And I was told there was vegan cheese on here. So, vegan hamburger. Let's try it. It was definitely interesting. The cheese tastes almost exactly like real cheese, which I'm pretty impressed by. It's a nice little end off for the day. This thing's gonna be very, very filling. All right guys, so Ramon here, saw me talking to myself in the park with the camera. Because this is New York City and everyone's so talkative and likes to get to know each other and stuff, I gotta ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So today in the video, what I'm doing is basically I'm going vegan for 24 hours.
Are you?
Yeah. And would you ever do something like that, or have you ever done?
I like animals. I like eating them. I actually got stopped on 42nd Street like a day ago over the Humane Society. Like, no, I'm against people abusing animals. Completely against abusing animals. But animals for food, super cool with that.
Yep. All right, my man. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You too. So the perks of moving to the city is you can just become friends with any stranger on the street and just start talking to people. So I'm basically just gonna read you guys the definition of veganism from a website called vegansociety.com. So I'm assuming that this is kind of like an authority on veganism. But basically it's the abstinence from eating any product or byproduct of animals, so you don't exploit them in any way whatsoever. So it goes as extreme as not eating like fish, chicken, meat, any sort of like actual meat from an animal, but as far as not eating eggs or milk or even honey. I personally don't have an issue with non-vegan or vegetarian or whatever diets, and I don't plan on becoming vegan, I think, in the future, at least not for right now. It's super easy to find vegan food on every corner, and every restaurant offers some sort of vegan meal, but it is expensive, and it seems like it's like every substitute for it goes up in price. So I can see how it would be really difficult for people to do this sustainably without a lot of money. But it has been an interesting try. So right now I'm going to head back to Brooklyn to my house, start preparing for a little bit of a workout and exercise, and give you guys a briefing on that. All right, I am home, and it's time to wrap up a little bit. This is my room, by the way. Sorry it's such a mess. I got myself a banana because I want a little snack. New York City. But yeah, this has been an interesting... There's still a little bit of exercise that I want to do today. I'm going to touch a little bit on the Kilimanjaro trip because a lot of you guys have been asking about that. If you don't know, I've been training and starting to prepare my body to climb Mount Kilimanjaro later in the year. And yeah, I think for food, this might be the last little thing I eat because it's around like 6 p.m. right now. I might just have maybe a little bit more food later on in the day. I'm not even really sure what. Maybe some eggs. Or, oh, actually, wait, I can't have eggs because I'm vegan. So maybe I'll have some bread or something just to fill my tummy up. Let's get into the workout a little bit. Alrighty, so as I've mentioned in a previous vlog, one of the big goals of this year is to climb Mount Kilimanjaro, which is the largest freestanding mountain on planet Earth. It's just short of 20,000 feet. Being vegan for the day is a challenge for me because I don't know why, for some reason, I'm not like a regular meat eater. Like, there are days where I won't eat meat, but today, for some reason, because I've imposed on my body that I'm not going to eat any meat, I've been like craving meat. So even right now, it's been a few hours since we last spoke, I'm dying for like a hamburger or like a steak. Which is really odd because I'm not usually like that. But regardless of that, I'm going to do some exercises before I go back and try to find some food for today, before I end this video. But I'm just going to show you guys a quick routine of what I've been doing. So I've been hitting the gym every single week and doing a lot of like uphill climbs on the treadmill. But at home, what I've been working on is a lot of exercises like push-ups and squats to just kind of prepare my body, and to try to shed some of this excess weight. So I'll do stuff like this daily at home, and some stuff like this. In addition to doing squats and push-ups, I'll do some basic yoga moves that I've learned over the years. So a lot of these workouts for me have been balance related, stamina, and endurance related. I'm trying to get my body to a point where I can take intense strain and pain for prolonged periods of time. The climb to Kilimanjaro will be about a week long, maybe even longer depending on weather and stuff, so I need to literally be prepared to be climbing 3,000 to 2,000 feet a day with a giant backpack on my back. So it's a lot of work. I'll be honest, coming towards the end of the day right now, I'm not feeling as energized as I was in the morning.
Alrighty, so it has officially been 24 hours since I've gone vegan. And for me, this challenge has been really, really fun and interesting. I'm excited that I did it. I'm happy that I tried this. Even though I don't think for right now I would be going vegan anytime soon, for any serious amount of time, I can understand the appeal to it. Just definitely think you need to be set up, at least in New York City, with some sort of amount of money to be able to kind of survive on it. But I might be wrong, so for those vegans or vegetarians that do this as a lifestyle, please comment down below with tips, tricks, and information. I'd be more than happy to read through some of those and see if we could do this again in the future, maybe for a longer period of time. Maybe I could do like a going vegan for a week challenge. So anyways, please subscribe, follow the page, turn on notifications. Love me a long time. If you want to support the channel, you can buy some merchandise down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. Goodbye.